Hey guys, this is Melody, and today we're opening the November Scrawlrbox. And as usual, it takes me a little while to get into it because of all the tape. Now that we've finally gotten into the box, you can see it's just a bunch of random body parts and very colorful. So here's the artist and a little blurb about them if you're interested. And then the first thing I see is that it comes with a sketchbook, which is really nice. I think I prefer when we get sketchbooks in the Scrawlrbox than when we get just paper. As nice as the paper is, the sketchbook will last me a lot longer. I think there was like 50 some pages in it, so it'll probably take me a little while to get through. The paper in the sketchbook is kind of thin though, so it will be good for like pencils and things, but definitely not the best for any paint or markers or anything that might bleed through. Of course, I'm always interested in the candy, and I share a name with this candy. If you've never seen this before, like I had never seen it before, it's a whistle. So it's a lollipop and you can blow into it and it makes a really high-pitched whistle noise. And then I realized part of the way through eating it that the very bottom yellow part is a slider. So you can slide it to make higher or lower pitch sounds while you're eating this lollipop. So I mean, that was fun. I was very entertained by it while I was laying in bed watching TV. So this box really came with a lot of just different pens and pencils. The pens are just regular Bic crystal pens, 1.6 millimeters. The pencils are I never know how to say it. Staedtler Ergo Soft. They come in the same colors as the pens for this. And then, okay, so the white one is an eraser. I, at the very beginning, thought it was just like a white colored pencil. So I tried to write with it, and obviously that didn't work. And then you get a 2B pencil, and that's the gray one. Again, I don't really know how to pronounce the brand. Then you get that big chunky stick that I'm showing you right now, and it's the same brand as the 2B pencil. It's like Koh-i-Noor, K-O-H-I-N-O-O-R. I don't know. Then you get a little tortillon for blending, and you get a white gel pen. And of course, you get a little sticker. And I like that they changed their logo this time to be the colors that they sent you in the pens and the pencils. So our theme for this box was body parts, which I mean makes sense with the art that they sent us. It was just a bunch of body parts for sketching. And I decided I wanted to do hands. It's not something that I necessarily feel comfortable doing. I used to draw a lot of realism when I was younger, and I took a class in college where we focused on realism. So I kind of been wanting to get back to that a little bit, so I use this as an excuse. So here I'm attempting to draw hands, and I didn't want to do just the graphite because that's normally what I would do, but I wanted to be able to use the colors. So first I sketched out the hands using the 2B pencil, and then I went in with the colored pencil. I figured I would use the purple since it's quite dark as the shadows, then add a little blue, and then pink later as some highlights. of course, as you can see, I was using a reference. I obviously was not going to try to freehand hands. I guess I could have looked at my own hands, but it's just easier to have a picture. So typically when I want to reference, I just search on Google or Bing or whatever site I feel like using that day. And this is just kind of what popped up. So I scrolled through for a while and found it. If I can't find anything on there, I'll go to Pinterest sometimes, because you can find a lot of interesting pictures on there. But especially when it comes to poses and stuff, it can be really difficult to find what you're looking for. So every once in a while, I'll take a picture of myself, or if I have a friend nearby me, I'll like do a pose with my hands or with my body or whatever I need and get them to take a picture and use that as a reference. So, I mean, you can really get creative with reference photos, but that's just my method. So far, I've only used the colored pencils, but I really wanted to be able to use more of the pens and stuff that they gave me. So I decided to break out the pens, and I did kind of an outline with the dark purple one, and then later I added a little bit of pink and the blue. I didn't really find a use for the big graphite stick, just because it was so shiny on the paper, I guess. It's really reflective, but I'm sure in the future I'll maybe do some more realism or just some sketching, and I'll get around to using that. At this point, I was done drawing the actual hands themselves, but I wanted a little bit of contrast and more interest to the page. I wasn't really sure how to go about doing that, and at first I thought maybe I would do this with a large graphite stick because it'd be able to cover a lot of paper at once. But again, with the reflective shininess, I just thought it would have looked a little odd. So I decided to go for the black pen and just kind of do like a scribbly background. This took forever because it's just a pen. So I skipped through some of that footage because it would have been kind of boring to watch. I'm not sure that I really liked the way it turned out, but it did add a little bit of interest to the page. After finishing all of the pen scribbles, I decided to add a little bit of color to the background with the colored pencils, and then I figured I'd just call it good from there. So if you guys enjoyed this video and want to see more unboxings, please subscribe and comment below if you have anything to say, and hit the like button. I'll see you guys in the next video.